I'm Eddie Cannell.
And I'm Tom Cannell.
We're the Mortgage Brothers team, everybody, and welcome to podcast episode 21.
Whoa.
Woo!
21.
Yeah, 21. And today we're going a little off script. So I would say that I want to make the announcement that what we're going to do is let you know
we're going to give away $1 million.
$1 million. So Tom and I, we're actually looking for a new team member. So we're going to be making a hire. We're looking to hire someone soon. And we thought, this would be an interesting way to let all of you know kind of who we are, what our team does, what differentiates us. And again, we're looking for a job position or someone to come and work for the team. And we thought this would be a good opportunity to do that.
Yeah, we thought, why don't we tap into some of our listeners, hire local and hire extremely local, because we've been talking to you guys. We figure you'll be around the dinner table or you'll be just at a little event. And if you know of anybody that you think might fit our culture and what we do and would be interested, we'd love to talk to them, not only for their sake, but also for yours too. Always is nice when someone says, hey, I heard of a job that potentially you might be interested in.
That's right.
Wow, that person cares about me.
That's right. We're keeping it local and keeping it with the network. That's what we're going to try to do.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's just jump into this. What do you want to cover first? Because I know the segue pieces is okay. What the Mortgage Brothers team is hiring, but why exactly are they doing this podcasting besides the hiring? Well, 80% of it's the hire. The other 20% is really, we couldn't adequately explain who we're hiring unless we told you how we do what we do.
Right.
And we thought you'd like to know how we do what we do from a mortgage broker perspective. So maybe before we actually get into the technical pieces, you want to talk a little bit about the actual team. We do.
And I'll say, going back to that whole local thing, we are in Phoenix. Our physical office is located right here at 16th Street. And let's just say between Northern and Glendale. So we're right off the 51. So we're very central Phoenix, and we're looking for someone to basically be in our office with us. This is our office. And anyway.
Yeah. What have you always said? We're kind of the Dutch bros of the mortgage business.
That's right. I love those guys. Dutch brothers service. I want to be Dutch brothers of mortgages.
There we go. Without the Dutch wheel, without the Dutch wheel in front of the house. But no, you've always talked about that. I mean, and mm-hmm. the culture. We're not just looking, to fill a team member seat. We're looking for someone, who wants to have not only a career, but I don't know if it's a vocation, but someone who loves what they do, because we love what we do.
That's right. I mean, this is for a job. This job position is for someone who wants to really make a career out of the business, or at least attempt to. Again, since it's local, there's an office. You commute. We have we're always looking. I love just having a simple parking structure here. This is a 5 units in this structure. Anyway, great place to work. Yeah, we want this culture to be more of a family culture, and as we grow, we want to always keep it that way.
All right. So, what position exactly are we thinking about filling?
Okay, so this is a loan officer position that will also be a hybrid processor, and so most of you, in our audience, we have a whole mix of people in the audience. We have real estate agents in the audience, we have buyers in the audience, and sellers in the audience. So again, some of you know to a greater detail or lesser detail of what we do in the mortgage business. I'm a loan officer. Tom, you're a loan officer. There are processors who work on the loans after we work on them. Processing takes over. Mm-hmm. And then there's the marketing piece of the business. There is, accounting pieces of the business. So there's all these little departments, but it's, for the most part, it's sales. Tom and I are really loan officers are in sales, and then you have the processing is more of the production
Yeah,
piece.
after we originate the loan, which is getting everyone pre-qualified and making sure that the loan file is what we call softly underwritten. Because again, we're kind of like mini underwriters. We go through and we make sure that this file is going to work. We don't just close our eyes, cross our fingers, and hope it works. It's like, no, it's got to pass the Tom and Eddie test. And once it does, we actually get it into production. The moment it goes into production, it turns into a processing piece. So
That's right.
everything gets processed. There's lots of forms, but everything's done electronically these days. In the olden days, applications were taken on the typewriter. There
Yeah.
was handwritten forms, but there's lots of DocuSigns, which make things very, very simple.
Yeah. So the position, again, is going to be working in both that sales side, but also the processing side. And we want it to be really a long-term position where someone is not overworked, right? We want someone to be working at peak efficiencies, but also they do not. The idea is that this position does not have to go cold calling. This
Mm-hmm.
is not a position where they cold call and are breaking down the doors, right, of real estate agents. This is just simply taking the customers with the existing customers we have, work and taking leads that we already have, and generating business from those. So, and also processing them as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah, good. Can I just give a quick little, well, before we do that, the experience.
Yeah, go ahead.
So minimum of at least 1 year processing, and current or previous origination, actually being a loan officer for about a year.
Right.
So obviously, if there's more experience, that's fine, but that's kind of the minimum. And I remember talking to Ed, we were thinking about what are the characteristics of a processor? Because if you look at the different jobs in this world, everyone has different personalities and characteristics. I kind of thought about this and put some on a list. So I'll just read through them very quickly. Resourceful. There's lots of things that the processor does, and they have to think out of the box. It's not all just written in front of you and what to do. Organized, very detailed, multitask. They're going to be focused and determined. Observant. When a document comes across and there's lots of numbers, lots of different pieces, just be aware, sir, something out of place. Always willing to learn. This is just not a static, position. And just communicating freely, openly, and being able to manage time. So those were just some of the key little pieces. If you're super creative and super bubbly, this is probably not the position for you. It really helps on the loan officer side. But from the processing side, that bubble might get burst because you just want to like break out and do some do some dancing. There's not a lot of
That's
dancing.
right.
Not much dancing that happens in processing.
Yeah, it's a real it's a position where you kind of juggle the emotions. When you're in that sales, you have 1 foot in sales, 1 foot in the processing. But it's really a great position. I think that people kind of they get to control their world.
Mm-hmm.
Without having to do sales, without having to doing like the cold call sales, and the personality traits are going to be something we're going to be looking for.
Right.
Just looking for a great person, long term. I'm 42. Tom, you're 45.
45.
45.
40. Yeah, I think I might be 46.
We're going to be in the business for a long time, and so we're looking for someone to be there with us. And again, so we're thinking very long term.
And then go to our link, right, to find some of the more details.
Yes. So just to get right to it, we're gonna post, whether it's YouTube or any of the podcast players, we're gonna post the link and the details below, and that'll go to the job posting.
Okay.
Yeah.
It'll talk about compensation.
Good. Yeah. It'll break down more details, but it'll go into the compensation. There's a base salary plus commission.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So we really didn't focus too much in on every single aspect of what we just covered today, because we just want to kind of give you a sprinkling. But if you do have any questions, specifically about, what more, might you know about this position, so you can refer a friend, just give us a call. We'd be glad to fill you in. Or if you have, questions on, we really didn't describe exactly what you guys do, we'll be glad to cover that too. It's hard to cover everything in 15 minutes.
That's right. So everyone, I hope that if you know someone, reach out, let them know that the Mortgage Brothers are hiring, and we'd love to see your email with an application come through. Just contact us. You can by phone or email. But Yeah, I think that wraps it up.
I think so. Let's call it a day.
Okay, we're going to go home.
All
Bye,
right.
everybody.
See you, folks.
Hey guys, thanks for listening to the Mortgage Brothers Show. Please let us know if you have any questions you'd like us to answer on this podcast. You can email your questions to tom@azmortgagebrothers.com or yours truly at eddie@azmortgagebrothers.com. And be sure to ask us for a free quote on your next mortgage. Tom and I will personally work with you and help you through the whole process. Signature Home Loans, LLC does not provide tax, legal, or accounting advice. This material has been prepared for informational purposes only. You should consult your own tax, legal, and accounting advisors before engaging in any transaction. Signature Home Loans, NMLS 1007154, NMLS number 210917 and 1618695, Equal Housing Lender.